What is up, everybody? Solomon here. October 20th, 2021. Mark it down on your calendars. This is certainly going to be history. Bitcoin breaks all-time high. I am not going to get overly in-depth into that price action. I will do another video about that. I did want to say that we have gigantic news coming out today, basically alluding to the fact that many of the assets that we know and love and are holding on to for dear lives from a utility perspective are tied very much so into the United States government and the United States military. And we're going to talk about these assets here. There was a new article that came out from Capgemini today directly talking about what that military integration is and which assets are involved. We will see that in a second because it's probably anybody that watches this channel, you probably are holding 90 to 95% of those assets that they talk about. Real quick though, I have seen a lot of stuff on Twitter. There's obviously Blockchain Backer is an amazing TA guy, and the XRP Shark guy has done great work as well. I just want to say, like, everybody has different opinions and different views. And make no mistake about it, when you're doing technical analysis, like, you're looking back into the past to try to dictate out where things are going to go in the future. So no matter how exact things seem to be and what has happened every time in the past, there's no guarantee that these things happen in the future. That is even going to go the same thing for me. Like, I'm not a TA guy. If I were to do a video, I'm watching things that are different. I'm not watching necessarily even fractals. Something like Bitcoin, I much so, and even like market cycles in general, well, at least for these bigger assets, until we have utility usurp Bitcoin, I'm looking at, kind of this lower ceiling and this higher floor type mechanism. So I'm even in the middle here. I just want to say, like, the different viewpoints are valuable to everybody in this space because it allows everybody to make their own decisions, and they have multiple different resources to go by to be able to make those decisions on their own. So huge shout out to everybody in this space that's creating content, that's trying to empower people, and that's my opinion on this entire thing. I don't even know if I really needed to touch base on it or not. Nobody probably really cares. It's just one of those things on Twitter and whatever else. So, okay, yeah, anyways, Bitcoin broke all-time high. Real quick, though, I would certainly say you guys need to be making sure that you have a plan if we do happen to go parabolic. Oh, yeah, and some dude on Twitter was, like, trying to get into a battle with me saying, weren't you saying back in May that we're in a bear market? Yeah, because Bitcoin literally closed a weekly candle below the 21 EMA and confirmed it as resistance. There's been no other situation in an actual bull market that has happened. Even if you look back at 2013, there was not a full body candle that closed below the 21 EMA because it directly came back above it. So I don't know. I guess people just want to get into arguments or whatever. All that we can go by is facts and history. Obviously, when that changed, now we're not. So we're in a bull market. But I don't really care. I don't give a shit about any of that stuff. The big thing is, though, everybody needs to have a plan. You need to have a plan. You need to have multiple off-ramps. You need to figure out what assets you are holding with. If you don't want to sell, don't sell. But I will just tell you, it's very painful to watch a portfolio balance grow and to sit through a bear market for 2.5, 3 years without, while also understanding what potentially could have been with life-changing money. This is not financial advice, obviously, but it's also not for entertainment purposes only. Okay, moving forward, I think that wraps that up. Capgemini is a gigantic multinational information technology and consulting organization, and I found this. They had literally just released this over the past probably 30 hours or so. And I'm not going to go over this entire thing. This is about, technovision. This is public sector and fintech and all sorts of things. It's 72 pages long. I found this section very interesting, okay? And please bear with me. I'm dealing with my trackpad right now because my wireless mouse crapped the bed. All right. In public sector, we trust public services are well suited to collaborate with data across ecosystems because of the need to ensure trust, transparency, accountability, and security of data. Distributed ledger technologies are well positioned to enable this success with the United States military using blockchain. And this is called Simba Chain, SIMBA, like the Lion King. Simba Chain to secure its military communication messaging and applications. Let me read that again. The United States military is using a blockchain called Simba Chain to secure It's military communications messaging and applications. All right, so let's look into Simba Chain a little bit here. Now, this is the Department of Defense. This is DARPA. This is Department of Defense Digital Modernization Strategy. Over the past year and a half, Simba Chain has been awarded multiple contracts to develop. Now, this is from a JAG reporter, like an Air Force publication, okay? jagreporter.af.mil. There's a big article. This was from this year, literally from this year, because it talks about the Ripple lawsuit potentially deeming XRP as security, which I will show you in a second. The DoD has been interested in blockchain for a few years. 2018, the Defense Logistics Agency acknowledged the potential for blockchain to enhance supply chain management. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, which is DARPA, began experimenting with, I hope I don't get like knocking my door for posting this stuff. And the DoD Digital Modernization Strategy noted it has been awarded multiple contracts to develop blockchain projects for the Air Force, the Navy, the Department of Defense. The Space Force also recently chose a blockchain company to develop data security systems. 2021, the Air Force has vetted 22 proposals for innovative blockchain research. While the details remain proprietary, the proposed use cases were very promising, especially for military uses and commercialization. All right, we get the background, right? Simba is directly tied into this. Simba has been awarded these multiple contracts, not only for the Air Force, but also for the Navy and for the Department of Defense. Okay? Now, in this same document here, they are talking about XRP. They're talking about the legal aspects dealing with Ripple's ongoing lawsuit. Whether a cryptocurrency is a security is currently one of the most complicated, blah, blah, blah. We all get into that, right? Anyways, I just wanted to give maybe a little bit of a backdrop about potentially how big DARPA is. Now, what you will see with, or not DARPA, but Simba, how big Simba is. And Simba is tied into multiple different blockchain ecosystems. We will see that they are tied in with Quant. And I wanted to give a big shout out to CryptoSec. This dude or lady or whoever you are, I never followed this person. He or she was posting about Quant all the way back in 2020. Obviously, you guys know that I've been in the Quant. I've been a Quant holder for earlier even than back then. But this was like when Quant was super cheap, and like people are talking now like you're so lucky to hold Quant, blah blah blah. No, there were people out there putting research out there like this. I know that I use I Am Legion as kind of the reference for me because if you don't follow that dude, he certainly was, in my opinion, the earliest person that I saw saying this stuff. But I gave CryptoSec a follow, certainly. And, you know, Simba, Oracle, we can see Corda, XRP, obviously, EOS, Quorum. This is just the integrations that Quant has. Constellation, which is DAG, IOTA, Stellar, etc., etc. I wanted to get into this. So this is Simba. This is literally talking about, let me go back to it real quick. U.S. military utilizing Simba Chain to secure military communications, messaging, and applications. Real quick, what blockchain platforms can you use on the Simba Chain platform? Currently, Simba supports Ethereum, Consensus, Quorum, Stellar, RSK, Hyperledger Fabric, Hyperledger Burrow, and Binance. You will see there's a couple more than that, though. Soon they will support Quant and the Quant Overledger, Corda, Ripple, Libra, and Hedera Hashgraph. I mean, this is across the board here. You can see who they're integrated with. CMG, Information Warfare Research Project, Training and Readiness Accelerator, their NFT marketplace that they have, which directly mentions Stellar. There is all sorts of stuff on Simba's website about Stellar. I know that we hear a lot of the times, kind of the rhetoric that we're presented is that Stellar is kind of the currency for the people. XRP is kind of that bridge, neutral bridge mechanism for industry and for banking. But Stellar is in here, Ethereum, Quorum, I'm just going to say Risk because that's how I pronounce it, Binance, Avalanche or Avax, Hyperledger Fabric, Hyperledger Burrow, Hyperledger Sawtooth. We just saw on here, obviously, Hedera Hashgraph is going to be one of these things. I would give you guys a heads up and just say, hey, if you want to see what some of these organizations are doing, first off, this CryptoSec has a great slide right here. And I like this slide because this allows me to look at the bottom here, and I've looked into a lot of these different things. We see Alliance Block actually as well. Look into like ANATBA or the Climate Change Coalition, which I'm sure Energy Web is a part of. Interopen. all of these organizations that are showing you, what digital assets could be integrated into these actual ecosystems. We know SIA is big, and we know SIA has RippleNet adapters as well. Simba, Oracle, we know how big Oracle is. Okay, but the big kind of news aspect from this would be, for me, literally the United States military is building out upon Simba Chain their communication, their messaging, and their application channels. And we know what blockchains, what distributed ledgers, which hash graphs integrate with Simba Chain, or the ones that will integrate with Simba Chain. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe I'll do a video here in the near future. We could see here coming soon supported blockchains: Quant, Overledger, or Accorda, DM, which is obviously Facebook, Hedera Hashgraph, Cardano, which wasn't mentioned here. So I'm curious to see if they're still utilizing Ripple or not. Thoughts are a lot of these organizations just can't talk about Ripple. But yeah, we'll go from there. And I think in my opinion, I know where XRP goes, so I'm not even too much worried about not seeing this because it's still on their website. This is a live portion of their website too. So I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be. I will certainly do a video soon. I think I want to do a video about my opinion of where the top of this market cycle goes, which is certainly going to be wrong, just like everybody else's succinct opinion about where the market cycle goes. Everybody's going to, I hope that somebody's dead on and dead nuts right, but it's just going to be, maybe there is somebody like that, maybe there's not. I just wanted to say, let's try to support everybody in this space, because I know, even talking about blockchain backer, that dude puts the work in. He's been doing videos every single day nonstop. And I know that the shark dude in the XRP community puts out really good content too. But I just hate seeing heads bang, especially when I think that both people are trying to do something that's going to provide value to people in a very non-shady, non-money grabby type way. I truthfully believe the blockchain backer just cares about his community. So that's kind of my 2 cents upon that. And I'm sure that the shark dude does as well. And you guys have seen what I potentially act like when I feel like there's a disconnect between community value and influencer type stuff. So I'm not even going to go there. I love all you guys, and I will talk to you. Have a good one. Later.